We are live at halftime. Welcome into A to Z Sports. I'm Zach Bingham. He is Sam Phelan, our A to Z Sports Titans reporter. 7-7 after a massive play at the end of the first half by Roger McCreary. Mid-air, throwing the ball back to Josh Kalu. Kalu saves essentially a three-point opportunity for the Chargers to take the lead. This has been an up and down game, a roller coaster of emotions between the injury that Ryan Tannehill sustained to his ankle. He gets carted off. They check out his ankle and tape it up. Malik Willis comes in and plays for a little bit. And then Ryan Tannehill comes back out. And now we're at 7-all. Titans Chargers. Want to thank all of our sponsors on our game day show, including Buddy Allen Carpet One, Mr. Goodroof, BetMGM, Barton Insurance Group, the official title sponsor of our post-game show, and Crumble Cookies. Titan Halftime Live. Sam, immediate reaction as the Titans tied up in L.A. with a lot of things that have happened in the first two quarters of play.
Yeah, Zach, I think my immediate reaction is, wow, we are here talking about a tie football game at halftime, because there was a point, I mean, that game was 5 minutes in, and it felt like it was going to be a very, very long day for the Tennessee Titans. You have Ryan Tannehill go down. You have a long, methodical touchdown drive by the Chargers to get out to the lead, and Malik Willis coming in at quarterback, and it looked ugly. But here we are with Ryan Tannehill toughing it out with the ankle, coming back in, using Derrick Henry as a pass catcher to get down the field some. You get a touchdown from Henry, and then the defense just making timely plays. It hasn't been the best day for the defense at all, but like Andrew Adams got a one tackle, like 1 yard short of the sticks, and you've kind of just milked some time off. And then, as you mentioned, Roger McCreary tip drilled to Josh Kalu for the interception to end the half. I'm just stunned that we're sitting here and the Tennessee Titans are in this football game 7-7 at halftime. Cannot complain about where they are given where things started a few minutes into the game.
No, you can't. And the Titans, I don't want to say they're lucky to be put in this position, but very fortunate. You know, they earned the drive that they went down and scored. And look, let me be clear, and we'll probably say this in the post-game show, regardless of how the outcome of this game. Ryan Tannehill is tough as nails. He always has been since he's played for the Tennessee Titans. He has faced adversity. He's faced tough hits. He's been injured throughout the course of this season more than he has in previous years, but he keeps bouncing back. And, you know, when that ankle, and his ankle went one way and his leg was with the other, right? So, and that was his bad ankle. That was his right ankle that he's been nursing over the last couple of weeks. What I think happened, and I don't know this is just based on, I think, you know, football and injuries that we've seen. You go back into the locker room, you test it out. I don't know if they do x-rays to make sure that, you know, no bone is broken, or if they even did that. You tape it up, because the swelling, it doesn't come until tomorrow or the next day or the next day and the next day. So if you got an opportunity, it is now. It's not later. They taped up that ankle, and then what did they do? They rode Derrick Henry on that drive. Every single yard was accounted for by Derrick Henry, including the score. And so that's what they've been able to do. I do want to say that the play before the direct snap, I thought, and I don't know if you saw this, I thought Chig was
at the top of the screen. Yep.
At the top of the screen on that out route right there, that quick out. And Ryan Tannehill obviously intended for Robert Woods. It doesn't matter because they ended up getting a touchdown. But, man, 7-7 in L.A., and the Titans are fighting. We've seen them that if they are in football games, they can usually come out with victories, and they're in this football game heading into the second half.
Well, this is a big thing that I think we talked about at the beginning in our pregame show, and just kind of looking at this game as a whole is the recipe to win this game for the Tennessee Titans, I think, is less offense, just less plays in general. And while that methodical drive from the Chargers early on did a lot to set up the Chargers' chances of winning, it also let the Titans kind of milk some time off the clock, get some treatment for Ryan Tannehill, get him back in. And now you're looking at a 7-7 game. I'm trying to find here just offensive plays that have been run. The Titans have run 24. The Chargers have run 32 offensive plays. So it has been rather like uneventful. And that is a big part of this. And as you mentioned, Derrick Henry, using him in the on the ground and the passing game, all of that. I would have liked to see, Zach, and I mentioned this on Twitter, but I would have liked to see some designed runs, some bootlegs for Malik Willis. Why didn't we see Malik Willis while he was in the game using his legs? It felt like LA was selling out on Derrick Henry runs, and we just had Malik Willis kind of back in the pocket looking to throw. That's when I want to spread things out. Todd Downing, let's go. Use his legs.
Yeah, well, and I'm glad you said that because I want to touch on two things before we get to confidence level and get the chat involved. And a little lunch money from Noah. Tannehill saw Malik make a couple of runs, hopped off the cart, loved the toughness. And Radens, that's one of the guys I want to bring up. Dylan Radens comes in the second quarter and replaces Daly, and he's played well. They had the holding call on the screen that did not help.
It's a weird holding call too. It's like not as much of like your typical holding call because you got beat. It could have just been for a number of other reasons too.
Yeah, and they referenced that on the broadcast. They also, the color commentator also combined Shane Bowen and Todd Downing.
Yeah,
and called him Todd Boeing. So I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, well, Todd Downing, and Mike Vrabel and this coaching staff took a chance and are taking a chance on Radens on this opportunity to protect Ryan Tannehill, and it is needed more than ever. Here's the good thing that I think comes of a weird injury by Tannehill and to his ankle, right? I don't want to say that's a good thing because it's not a good thing. He's hobbled, but he can't do the traditional under center play action fakes, extend the ball because you're putting too much pressure. So you're going to see more shotgun sets, 5 wide sets, spreading the Chargers out, which I think goes to my point. I didn't know that it was going to happen this way. In the pregame show, do things that are a little bit more untraditional so the Chargers defense aren't prepared for this. So let's get to confidence level. Here's a quick recap. Ryan Tannehill, 6 of 9, 73 yards, has not been sacked. Malik Willis was 3 of 4 for 20 yards. Justin Herbert, 14 of 17 for 132 yards. He has been sacked, as you saw that Jeffrey Simmons early on, and Bud Dupree's getting close. He's not there yet, but we've seen that. Let's get the chat involved. What's your confidence level in the Titans winning this game in the second half versus the Chargers on a scale of 1 through 10? 1 through 10. 1 saying you don't think that they're going to win, 10 saying that it's signed, sealed, and delivered. I think it's obviously in between 1 through 10, but in the chat, comment 1 through 10, your confidence level. We do this every single halftime. Sam, I'm going to send you to the chat, see what they're saying. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're watching on YouTube and liking our Facebook page.
Yep, we got Sean coming in with a 6, Guys at a 4, Zach is at a 4, Adam's at a 7, Kyle says 4, Van is 6.5, Robert says 5.25 as always. Zook is a 4. Joseph 5. Kendrell 4. Kendrick 5. Larry 3. Hammer says 5. Earl 2. Corey 5. Jill 2. Jared 6. CJ 4. Kai 6. Trade Bam Now is the name with a 0 coming in. 0. That's not 1 to 10. 0 is not 1 to 10. So you broke the rules. We got another 6, 7, 3, 7. Looks like we're all over the place. Zach, where are you at 1 to 10 that the Titans get this win on the road in Los Angeles right now?
Good things and bad things have happened in this game. I predicted them to win 31-30. I don't think they're going to get to 30 points based on what happened.
Yeah,
I think they were
like
impacted by the long drive of the Chargers and Tannehill's injury. I still think they can win this football game, though. I think, like I said, I think Tannehill's going to spread out wide. I like how they've used Derrick Henry in the passing game more. You're going to have a wide receiver step up or a tight end. Somebody is going to have to step up on this offense. I'm at a 6. I still think that the Titans can win this game because Ryan Tannehill is quarterbacking. If Malik Willis was the quarterback, I think I'm below a 5 in that sense. But I'm at 6 right now. Sam, where are you?
Hey, I'm gonna go 3.5. Unfortunately, a couple reasons why. Number one, Ryan Tannehill is still the quarterback. How long is Ryan Tannehill the quarterback for? I'm still a little bit nervous. that if he takes a hit in the second half, that, we could end up with him not being much of a factor in the second half. So I'm still nervous about that. Number two, I think everything has told me in this game that the Titans can win this football game. They're very much in this game and can hang with the Chargers. But we've seen time and time again the way this team adjusts in the second half and comes out in the third quarter. So I'm nervous for this second half adjustment right here. And as these other opposing teams head in to start talking things over, making adjustments to the Chargers offense, Brandon Staley gets to draw things up a little bit. I'm nervous because we know the Tennessee Titans do not look like putting up good performances in the third quarter. And I think they really have to play perfect to be able to hang in this thing the rest of the way with the amount of injuries that they have. I mean, we're sitting here with Greg Maben making plays in the secondary for the Titans in this game. Like, you are down to the very, very bottom of the roster, needing him to make plays. I'm nervous for the second half.
Yeah, Joseph says, what adjustments? They're going to have to make some adjustments to put some points on the board. And Caleb brings up NWI's performance, or maybe lack thereof. Some drops, some key drops. Him as a singular player in his role for this football team cannot afford to hurt the football team. He can only help with his opportunities that he's given.
Yeah, but being asked about the adjustments, it's not necessarily that they've done something exceptionally poor that they need to adjust. It's that they've had success with Derrick Henry out of the passing game and really just getting yards per carry when you give Derrick the ball. He's got 8 carries for 38 yards. That's 4.8 yards per carry. But what if the Chargers come out and they start doing what you said, Zach, of being like, hey, we're not going to let Derrick Henry beat us? What do the Titans turn to then? Because we've seen that happen so many times this year where a team says, you know what, 22 is not going to beat us. Where do you go from here? I don't know if the Titans are equipped to adjust to that change being made by the Chargers defense at this point. That's what I'm nervous about.
I kind of look at glass half full. I think those short intermediate routes when you're spread out wide where you can turn around after 5 yards, maybe break a tackle. We saw Robert Woods get a first down. Those type of plays, you don't want to completely kill your offense, right, and not have Derrick Henry in those running positions. But let's see how this evolves with the injury and the things that have happened. 7-7 game. Halftime is almost over. They're getting ready as, the Titans get a big opportunity. 2 quarters to play. The Jacksonville Jaguars won earlier today. The Titans need this game. We'll be back on the post-game show. They're kicking off right now. Special thanks to Buddy Allen Carpet One, Mr. Goodroof, BetMGM, Barton Insurance, and Crumble Cookies. We'll see you after